Antiabina and the Cheating Shopkeeper. In a small bustling village called Tinsakram, there lived a sharp-tongued, quick-witted woman named Antiabina, known for her colorful head wraps and booming voice. She was a woman no one dared cross, or so she thought. One sunny afternoon, Antiabina decided to visit Kwesi's corner shop. Kwesi, the shopkeeper, was infamous for his creative pricing. He could convince a thirsty goat to pay for river water if given the chance. As Antiabina strutted into the shop, she called out, "Kwesi, bring me your best gari. I don't want any of that last week's leftovers. You tried selling to mommy a kojua." Kwesi, wiping his sweaty forehead with an already soaked cloth, grinned mischievously. "Oh, Antiabina, for you, I have the best gari in the entire region, fresh from the farm. I even sang to the cassava before it was ground." Antiabina raised an eyebrow. "We'll see, but remember, Kwesi, my eyes are sharper than a sewing needle. Don't try me." Kwesi handed her a sack of gari, weighed it on the scale, and boldly announced, "This is 5 kilograms. Special price for you, 50 sadis." Antiabina narrowed her eyes, her instincts tingling. She inspected the sack closely and muttered under her breath, "This doesn't even look like 3 kilograms. But Kwesi, ever the smooth talker, countered, "Antiabina, trust me, this gari is so dense with nutrients that it weighs less but feeds more. Even one spoonful will make you feel like you've eaten a feast." Unable to resist the challenge, Antiabina paid the money and carried the sack home, determined to test Kwesi's claims. As soon as she reached her kitchen, she poured the gari into a basin. To her horror, it barely filled half the bowl. "Oh, ha! So Kwesi thinks he's smarter than me, eh? He doesn't know who he's dealing with." Antiabina stormed back to the shop, her slippers slapping angrily against the dusty road. When she arrived, Kwesi was chatting with a group of customers, clearly basking in his self-proclaimed genius. Antiabina didn't wait for pleasantries. She slammed the half-empty basin on the counter. "Kwesi, come here. Did you sell me gari or powdered air?" she bellowed, sending chickens scattering in the street. Kwesi tried to laugh it off. "Oh, Antiabina, maybe the gari expanded in your head and not in the bowl." The crowd erupted in laughter, but Antiabina wasn't amused. "You think this is funny? Kwesi, today, I will teach you a lesson you'll never forget." Before anyone could blink, Antiabina grabbed a loudspeaker from a nearby vendor. She began shouting, "People of Tinsakram, hear me. Kwesi has been selling lies instead of gari. If you want powdered dreams, go to Kwesi's shop." The villagers burst into laughter, but Kwesi was sweating bullets. Customers began murmuring, some even returning their purchases to demand refunds. Desperate, Kwesi threw his hands in the air. "Antiabina, fine. You win. I'll give you double the gari, free of charge. Just stop this public announcement." Antiabina smirked, satisfied. She grabbed her sacks of gari, but not before delivering a final quip. "Next time, Kwesi, remember, you can cheat others, but you can't cheat Antiabina." From that day on, Kwesi was a reformed man, at least whenever Antiabina was around. And Antiabina, she became the village's unofficial justice enforcer, always ready to expose the next cunning trickster in Tinsakram.